Good morning, English scholars. This is Miss Haxton, and this is a video to show you step by step how to do the lesson in English 9 for Tuesday, November 10th. So we're going to start here on our Canvas page, and we're going to scroll down to, of course, Tuesday. And the directions for your class on Tuesday, for B group, is to complete pages 3 and 4 in your Google Doc. You will read a poem, answer questions, and make a Flipgrid video. Okay, remember that these assignments are graded. They are worth points and credit, okay? And we do not have time in class when you come on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to make up all of this work. So it's very important that you do it at home so that you can get full points. Okay, the Google Doc that it refers to right here is the Google Doc that you should have made a copy of yesterday. So under Monday, B group, it says make a copy of this Google Doc. Okay, and if you clicked here, it asks you to make a copy. Yesterday, you studied pages 1 and 2 of the doc, and these were the videos to help explain the information on pages 1 and 2. You need to open that same Google Doc, and today we will complete pages 3 and 4. Okay, so here's the Google Doc, all right, and here is my copy. Okay, so I made a copy and I put my name on it and I shared it with Miss Cat. Okay, that's what you should have done yesterday as well. Okay, so here's my copy, and the assignment says that we need to do pages 3 and 4. Okay, so let's take a look at pages 3 and 4. 1, 2, 4. Oops, that should be 4 and 5. Okay, before we go any further, let me change that. Okay, so under Tuesday, it should say pages 4 and 5. So let me correct that mistake for you so that you are not confused. All right, so no confusion there. Pages 4 and 5. Okay, pages 4 and 5. All right. So on page 4, we know we're on the right page because it says today's date, Tuesday, November 10th. Let's read the directions. To do any activity, it is so important to read the directions first. Here the directions say, read and listen to the poem. The poem uses irony. Try to figure out what is ironic in this poem. Okay, so the word ironic is something that uses irony. Okay, so we're going to try and find out what part of this poem uses irony. What is ironic? Remember that irony is when something looks a certain way, but it's actually not that way. So when you're reading a story, okay, it might be situational irony, where the author makes you expect that something's going to happen. They set up a situation where you, the reader, feel like you understand what is happening and you know what will happen next. But then the author surprises you, and what you expect to happen does not happen. That's situational irony. Verbal irony is when a character says some words and you think that you know what the words mean by the definition of the words, but actually the character means the opposite of what he or she is saying. Okay, so verbal irony is when the meaning, the significance of the words is actually the opposite of the definition of what the words mean. And the last type of irony is dramatic irony, when we know that something is going to happen in a story, but the character in the story does not know. And that is dramatic irony. So we're going to read this poem and we're going to try and figure out how the poem uses irony. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here. You follow along and read with me as I read this poem out loud. All right, the poem is called Messy Room. Whosever room this is should be ashamed. His underwear is hanging on the lamp. His raincoat is there in the overstuffed chair, and the chair is becoming quite mucky and damp. His workbook is wedged in the window. His sweater's been thrown on the floor. His scarf and one ski are beneath the TV, and his pants have been carelessly hung on the door. His books are all jammed in the closet. His vest has been left in the hall. A lizard named Ed is asleep in his bed, and his smelly old sock has been stuck to the wall. Ooh. Whosever room this is should be ashamed. Donald or Robert or Willie or, huh? You say it's mine? Oh dear, I knew it looked familiar. All right. So what is unexpected about this poem? What surprised you? Okay, so think about the author's tone. Okay, the pants have been carelessly hung on the door. Not good. But then what do we find out at the end? Okay, that's ironic. That's irony. So if you are not sure yet what the answer is, what is ironic about the poem, read the poem again, maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times. The poem is so short that you can read it many times. And now you need to answer these 2 questions. What was surprising or unexpected about the ending of the poem? And then, what kind of irony is that? And explain why. So all throughout this poem, the speaker's tone, you know, how he's so shocked and he thinks it's so gross, that makes us expect a certain type of ending. But the actual ending is not what we were expecting, okay? So that's surprising and unexpected. And I want you to write some details about that here in this line, okay? And as far as what type of irony, go back and review. Which type of irony is it when the author makes us think that something's going to happen or it's going to have a certain kind of ending, but then it actually doesn't? Okay, what type of irony is that? All right. After you answer those questions, okay, you are going to make a Flipgrid video explaining your ideas to these 2 questions, your answers. Okay, so you will go to Flipgrid and you will film a video. Okay, if you want, if you are not sure what to say in your video, you can use the paragraph frame on the bottom of page 5 to help you. Okay, so the ending of the poem Messy Room was surprising because why? Okay, explain what you wrote here about why it was so surprising. This surprise ending made the poem ironic. The kind of irony used in the poem was, and then say whether you picked verbal, dramatic, or situational irony. I could tell it was that kind of irony because why? Okay, so explain how the definition of the certain kind of irony that you picked makes sense for this poem. And then end by saying whether you liked the poem or not and why. And you can say that with this sentence: I liked the poem, or I disliked the poem because, and then explain why. Okay, so if you want to use this frame, feel free to do that. Okay, you're going to want to delete these words, okay, and type in your ideas. Because it was funny. You know, whatever it is, okay? Delete what's there and write your ideas. Okay, so to record the Flipgrid video, okay, you're first going to go to our Flipgrid classroom by clicking right here. And it's going to ask you to sign in. Okay, for me, I'm already signed in with Google. Okay, but you will need to sign in with your school Google email. And then you want to click on the video prompt that says Messy Room irony analysis. Okay, so if you go to our classroom, okay, you'll see this, messy room irony analysis. And you will click the red button that says record a response. Okay, so you're gonna have to sign in with Google. That's me. Okay, and then it will give you the option to record a response. Hi. Okay, and you'll click right here to record. Hello, this is my video about irony. Talk, 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 talk. When you're done, hit the red button again to pause, and then click next. Hello, this is my video about irony. Okay, that's enough. Okay, and give it a title. Okay, maybe like messy, and then hit submit. Hit complete, and it doesn't show up right away, and that part can be kind of confusing. You're like, oh, I recorded a response. Where is it? Okay, just refresh the page. Wait, why didn't that work? Refresh. Educator dashboard. Ah, okay. Okay, so the responses are set as hidden, but you know what? I'm going to change that setting to make... Actually, no, I'll just keep them hidden just in case you don't really want other people to look at your videos, okay? So the takeaway here is after you record your video, okay, it's not actually going to show up, okay? But I will have received it as long as you hit that submit button. I will receive it and I will see it and I will give you credits, okay? And, you know, maybe we'll come back to this later in class and look at some of the videos if they're really good and if I have your permission. Okay, but if you feel kind of shy and you don't want other people to see your video, okay, they're not going to see it. Okay, that's why after you submit it, it's not going to show up. Okay, that's so other people are not looking at your videos. All right, so that is your assignment for today. Okay, so read the poem, explain what is ironic, okay, where's the irony in the poem, what kind of irony it is, and then record your ideas in this frame if you want or not. You don't have to use this, but record your ideas about what was surprising about the ending, what kind of irony it was, and how you knew it was that kind of irony, and if you liked the poem. So make a video about these ideas in our Flipgrid classroom. All right, that is your full assignment for today. So full disclosure, I am not sure if I will see you tomorrow. You might have seen or heard on the news that the number of people with COVID-19, with coronavirus, is going up in Iowa, all over the state. More and more people are getting sick. And so there is a meeting of the school board this evening. I believe it's at 5 o'clock. And the school board is going to decide whether our schools are going to go completely online or not. So there is a possibility that we will go completely online and you will not come to school on Wednesday. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it is a possibility. So my advice to you is to check your email frequently this evening. Check your email at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock this evening. And check your email in the morning tomorrow. Before you come to school tomorrow, check your email and see if there is an announcement about whether school has gone online or not. Okay, because I would hate for you to come to school and the school would be closed and locked. Okay, if that happens to you, know that we are just going to go fully online. Okay, there will be information sent to you about when you need to come to class if we go online. Okay, you will receive an email about that. Okay, and you can always send me an email to ask me if you want that information as well. So make sure you do your homework for Tuesday, and hopefully I see you tomorrow, but I may not. Okay, either way, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.